music, Ray. I mean, it always is, but it was nice. Welcome to Asbury. We're so glad to see you this morning. We're glad to see everyone, but we're always especially happy when we have visitors with us, and we appreciate you making us part of your Sunday morning. Located in the chair closest to the center aisle, you'll find a red pad, and if you would take a moment to fill it out, let us know you were here, and give us as much information as you'd like to share. If you'd like to receive emails from the church, please include your email address. And after everyone, if you would pass it down, after everyone has signed it, if you'd pass it back to the center and make note of the people sitting next to you, their names, so you can greet them by name when we finish out today. If you plan to attend Asbury on a regular basis, we'd love to share a name tag with you. All you have to do is let us know you'd like one. Print your name on the name tag board, which is in the main hall. We'll be happy to order it for you. Join us for coffee hour after service today. It's going to be in the social hall. We'll have refreshments and fellowship. And while you're there, you can find out a lot more about what's going on at Asbury by visiting the Connection Corner, which is at the back corner of the social hall. There'll be people there who'll be glad to tell you about different programs and just get to know you. Speaking of programs, I'd like to invite Ruthie Deffley, Susan Bolinger, and Carol Anderson, and they're going to share some highlights of upcoming ministries.
Good morning. I have to say, after last week, coming up here today does not seem so scary. I am the Director of Children and Family Ministries here, and this is...
I'm Gary Harmon.
And he is our Acolyte Ministry Coordinator. And so we are here to just talk a little bit about our children's ministry. We have a lot of opportunity for our little people to get involved here at Asbury. We didn't mention them last week, so for 10 o'clock hour, if parents or caretakers of children want to come to be a part of what is happening at 10 o'clock hour, so either the choir or a book study or the 10 o'clock hour study, we do have creative kids, and the nursery is open. So the nursery is usually for 0 to 3-year-olds, and then creative kids is for 3 and older. And so please do bring the children. We do crafts, and sometimes the children get to play with puppets or learn dance or songs. So that's at 10 o'clock. And then during children's church, Godly Play is offered for children 3 to 5, and that starts right now. So you'd have to check them in at the nursery. And then once the children are of first grade and older, they can come join you here in the sanctuary, and then they're dismissed. But we really want the children to be part of our worship service, and so please continue to bring your children to church. And then we want you to be involved with our children. And so if you're interested in volunteering in any of these ministries, please talk to me after service or via email. We're always looking for volunteers. We're approaching our busiest time of year with God on Broadway and Stewardship Month, and then obviously Christmas. And we do want to have volunteers so that our children are cared for, having the proper adult to child ratios. And then the Acolyte Ministry, do you want to say a little bit about the Acolyte Ministry?
Well, we're looking for more kids to come and join us and to be part of the worship. And they really seem to enjoy it. There will be some trainings offered on it. And the more we can get, the better we can get kids rotated through and have them ready for the service.
And if you want to be a volunteer with the Acolyte Ministry, Gary does an amazing job, but every Sunday he's in the back helping the children light their wicks and making sure they get here safely and then going back. He would love some support. And that's also a really meaningful ministry with the children, bringing the light of Christ into the church and taking it out into the world. And so if that's a ministry that you'd be interested in helping out, either talk to Gary or myself. But we definitely don't want to burn Gary out either. So it takes a village to run a great service. And so please see both of us for those opportunities. And then one final thing I'd like to say with the youth, I've been invited to speak during Wednesday night supper this Wednesday night. I moonlight as a licensed clinical social worker is my other job, and they've asked me to come talk about anxiety And so if you know of any youth that would benefit from hearing about anxiety, please have them come to a Wednesday night youth program this Wednesday after Wednesday night supper. It'll be an interactive conversation, I'm sure, and a non-judgmental space where they could come ask their questions. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I want to thank everyone who came to the screening of the documentary Paris to Pittsburgh on Thursday night. A huge thanks to everyone who helped. It was a true Asbury team effort. The church and society team, the green team, and even the hospitality team, and the church staff, of course. We had an excellent turnout, and WSAV even came to film, and we were on TV. Yes. All right, the green team is going to sponsor a logo contest. We've never had one, and I think it's time. So start your creative juices flowing, and within the next week, we're going to rough out or be more specific about how we need that put together so that it can be large, small, put on various things. So just start thinking of that. Green team, Asbury Memorial Church. All right, and one more thing that you have not heard of before, and that is the Georgia Interfaith Power and Light, GIPL, you've heard me say that before, is sponsoring an initiative to create a chain of prayers for creation. Goes along really well with the Climate Strike International event that has been since Friday. So in the Connection Corner today and throughout the next few weeks, you'll be able to participate. Quoting from the GIPL document, by joining the prayer chain, you will be participating in a mass distributed art ritual to grieve what each of us stands to lose to climate chaos and affirm our solidarity as we unite to fight against it. GIPL's goal is to gather at least 5,000 prayers from across Georgia and share them at this November's Georgia Climate Conference. So at the table in the back, I have these little strips of paper and pens and some guidelines, if you need a nudge for what to write. So hope to see you. Thanks.
Deo! Now I'd like you to try it together on the count of 3. I'll do it again and then you repeat it. Deo! Deo! Unexpected, right? So is the transformational love and acceptance that we find here at Asbury. Most people, when they hear Deo, think of Harry Belafonte and the weariness that comes from a long day of work. Well, that's one way to sing it. Did you also know that Deo, D-E-O, means God in Latin? I sing it with you this morning to call the Holy Spirit into this place and the information that I'm going to give you. Let's try it one more time with the Latin meaning in mind, and let's make it loud enough in response for the neighbors to hear us. Deo! Deo! Sweet. We have the freedom at Asbury to break from religious traditions when we feel called to do so, like we did on September 8th. We have the fun that comes from being free to be the people that God called us to be. And we have our funky clown people. I believe that when we call God into mission and service opportunities, both in the church and in the community, it's ministry, not work. And when we bring our freedom and our fun and our funky clown, we multiply the love. We spread that transformational love and acceptance that we feel here at Asbury. And we take it out into the world that is literally dying to feel what we feel here. I'd like to invite you to keep your eyes open for opportunities in the next coming weeks where we'll announce more Asbury-style Deo ministry, mission, and service projects for you to be involved in.
The world needs us. The world needs what we have here. Let's come together to help enrich ourselves here in missions and service projects, and also to take them out into the community. Thank you.
I got no song. I just have to tell you, but the good news is you don't have to cook on Wednesdays anymore, because coming Wednesday night suppers are back. So at 5:45 they'll start serving, stop around 6:20. The only thing you have to do is let us know you're coming. You can make your reservation online, and you can also see the menu. And if you would, please make it by 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. For even more details about programs and church life, read our monthly newsletter. It's online, www.asburymemorial.org. And if you're looking for a new church home, we would love to make you part of our family at Asbury. We offer new member classes 3 times a year, and the next ones are coming up in October. And all you have to do is, if you'd like to participate, see Candace Jenkins after the service, or you can call or email her at the church office. Now, if you would take a moment and just check to make sure that your cell phones are turned off or any other electronic device. We appreciate you being with us. Thank you for being here, and we hope you have a meaningful worship experience.